Chris Brown, aka Pure Evil. Sitting alongside me is Morris Lewis, aka Area 51, current team leader of AGA. Welcome.
Thanks. Feel good.
Yeah, good. We're coming to you today because we have a special announcement. You want to make that announcement?
Sure. Actually, I'm here today. Pure Evil is one of my best friends, but he invited me over so that we could talk about the 1-year anniversary of the team. So,
happy birthday, AGA.
Thanks. Yeah, it feels pretty good. I'll just go ahead and get started. I want to talk a little bit about the team. Is that okay?
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. The creation of the team. First, I'm going to back up. Let me tell everybody here. I'm going to go with why did AGA come to be. Some of you have heard us talk about another gaming team that we were with. In fact, Pure Evil was with us over there. And I'm not going to sit here. I'm not going to mention the names. I'm not going to diss them. I'm just saying that there were disagreements, and a lot of us felt inclined that we needed to create our own thing.
It's time to move on.
Exactly. And I wish them the best.
Great people.
But I do want to dig into the creation of the team because it was
let's do that. How did AGA become about a year ago?
Well, as I said, there was some turmoil in the other spot, and a few of us talked behind the scenes. It was around the time of February 9th or 10th. And it was funny because we were trying to figure out what our direction was. We didn't want to leave, but at the same time, it was felt that would probably be the best instead of arguing.
Right.
And we sat down one night on a private team speak, and we were talking about the possibilities of names of the team. And this one is kind of funny to me, so I'm going to share this. It was Python, actually, Jeff, that came up with the name Abusive Gamers.
And that fits him so perfect.
Yeah, all of us.
I mean, it's wow.
All of us, we had a great laugh out of it. We said that's our name. There was one person with a little bit of reservation. I'll get into that later because I think that's a pretty funny story too.
Oh, great.
Yeah, and what happened is on February 14th, Happy Valentine's Day to my wife, Double D, I purchased the abusivegamers.com domain. But she was really cool with it. She's one of the gamers too. A lot of people know her.
Yeah, yep.
And from there, the creation itself, there was concerns in the beginning. One of the people crowd control, Brian, he's a good friend of mine. He just wanted a place to go. And he said, I don't really care what direction this goes, and I'm willing to help out. But at the same time, I need a team. When I get online, there's people to game with. And that was our primary focus, and which comes to be with the members we'll talk about later.
Sure.
So go ahead.
Well, great. Well, that's a nice little wrap up there. So now that we've been a year into AGA, what's AGA doing these days? I mean, how's the gaming going?
It's going good. I tell you what, we've shifted focus so many times throughout the year, and one of the biggest things when we created the team was we wanted to have a Battlefield 1 wing, and Battlefield 1 kind of fell on its face. I have no idea what EA was thinking. If you're going to create a Battlefield series and then you're going to make it to where there's no true combat team interaction, you're destined to fail.
Yeah, because clans form to be teams.
Exactly. And even right now to date, you can't go out and purchase a Battlefield 1 server. You can, but you have no control over it. Hardcore, any of that stuff. So, in which way, to answer your question about gaming, some of us kind of got away from that. There's some free games actually online that we play, and people would be more than welcome to join in. World of Warships. There's a couple others that are playing.
So what you're saying is AGA pretty much branches out to all the gaming communities. Different. It's not just first-person shooters. It's not role-playing. It's not just. It's everything.
Correct. And one of the things about that is we had a meeting. It was roughly a month and a half ago, and our primary teams that we were going to support were Battlefield 1, Battlefield 4. And at that time, CSGO, which when I say at that time, the reason I say that is because now we've added Rust. Rust wasn't that popular a month ago when we had this meeting, and then all of a sudden, out of the blue, Twitch had a Rust server for quite some time, and we start going in there, and as you've seen, you've played Rust too. So I guess what I'm saying is in the team, there are some core games. There's going to be core games in any team, but if a member has something they like and other people like it, we'll create TeamSpeak channels, we'll create forums, we'll do whatever we have to do because we work for the team.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And speaking of being a part of the team, for those that might be watching this video out there, considering looking for a clan or something, and they like AGA, how can they become a member?
Well, that's pretty simple. I was going to tell you, we actually revised that over the last year, and I want to talk a little bit about recruiting. We had planned on recruiting quite a bit in Battlefield 1, but as I said, the service support in EA, it didn't go anywhere like we thought. So we started recruiting a lot in Counter-Strike. And there are some great members in Counter-Strike, people that are constantly around. But the thing is we got to noticing was we would recruit people without any incentive, and they disappeared. And it's like, hey, how you doing for a week, and then gone.
Right.
We had a team meeting roughly a month ago, the same one I was telling you about at the time of Rust. And in the team meeting, it was decided by the team that we would go to a 2-person sponsorship. So let's say a guy starts coming on TeamSpeak and he wants to hang around. He's got to come on TeamSpeak multiple nights.
Sure.
And he's got to get to know enough members that 2 will sponsor him. When he applies to the team, we'll write down who the sponsors are.
So basically saying, show up, be yourself, be active.
Be active. That's the point.
You know, you get along with the guys, and they get along with you. Then it's you're in.
And that's how we're going. Now, see, you'll notice that certain members, even like yourself and like Cobra, we talked to him the other night. You guys don't have to follow that rule because we have a strict rule that anybody we gamed with in the past that was part of our team member, it's arms wide open. And
so previous members are in because they've already earned their rights.
Yeah, we fought and died with them in games, and we've known them for years. I mean, obviously there might be some people at the time who would be like, no thanks. You know, it depends on the person. But at the same time, that's kind of the recruiting aspects of it. And the reason for it is, even in that meeting, it was decided that we want to be more community oriented, more focused on our members than on growth of the team.
So being a member is more about being you, being yourself, being active,
being a part of what we offer,
and not so much as so much goal oriented.
Right.
Where if you don't reach your goals, then you're nobody.
One could call it a cadetship if you want to, but we call it kind of a trial membership.
Well, you got to learn to make friends.
Yeah, there's stepping stones that you want to take. You want to get to know everybody. I mean, I can give you tags all day, but if you don't show back up, what the hell was the point?
Exactly.
So, yeah.
All right. Great. Well, we've already been around. Well, you've been around for a year, as you mentioned just a little bit ago. I'm a recent new old member.
Yeah, recent new old member. We'll go there.
But I've definitely liked what I've seen you guys do in the last year. I haven't been around the last year because I haven't had a PC until the last week and a half.
Yeah, but you and I talked about the team, so you kind of knew what was going on.
But I knew it was around, and you guys have been doing great. And that being said, a year down, plenty of time to go. Where do you think AGA's future leads?
Good question. And where I see it going because of team input. As you know, I'm the team leader, but at AGA, it's important for the team to have a voice. And the team decided in the last meeting that we're going to step it down. It's not going to be about recruiting so many members. It's going to be about quality members. And we want to make it a true community. I mean, some of our members, if you look around, I mean, like you and I, how we've known each other since I was 13. Yeah. But there are other people out there, like Crowd Control. We've gamed with him for 10 years.
I know, it's been 10 years already.
And we've met people over time, hung out with them, drank beer. Some of them we've been to their houses, stayed the night, so forth, so on. And the point is, it needs to be a community environment because gaming is more fun when you do it with your friends.
Not that we're saying if you become a member, you gotta hold sleepovers.
Yeah, no, not at all.
Unless you got beer.
But yeah, we're doing that.
We're doing that.
But you see, the thing is, I guess what our real goal was when we created the team was to get away from that wannabe command military type structure and all that to actually get back to the fun of gaming and getting to know each other. I mean, you become friends with people online and you feel like you know them. I mean, it's like you call them brother, that kind of stuff. They come close to you over the years, and then when you meet them, it just makes it that much better. And we want to make sure that we instill that into the community environment that we've created, and I think we've done a good job.
Yeah, that's great. So basically saying that being part of AGA then, it is what you get out of it. You can come to AGA and be an active casual member, game, have a good time with everybody, or you could say, man, I want to be a part of AGA, and as I've been a part of AGA, I want to create a wing and get into some tournament work and recruit some guys for that.
Sure.
And we're open for that as well at AGA.
Yeah, I mean, we're open to try to help anything. The admin team itself if you've noticed, they're not there to try to control anything. They're there to help out. I mean, like I myself, I have admins that post news on the main side of the web page and Facebook. The admins themselves don't rule anything with iron fist. Members can come to any of the admins and say, hey, I'm interested in doing this, interested in doing that. We're the support mechanism. Right. And I'll go ahead and talk about my position real quick, if you don't mind.
Sure.
The admins got together and decided that we needed a team leader. Any team has to have some type of guidance system.
Somebody.
And one of my biggest concerns in taking the role was I don't ever want anybody to think this is a dictatorship. No. Because it's not. There are small decisions behind the scenes that I make. There are small decisions behind the scenes that I ask the admins about, and there's larger decisions.
Most of those are basically financial stuff like website costs and stuff. And we'll get into that too here in a minute. But.
Sure, I appreciate that. Running the team, and you'll notice like larger decisions such as recruiting, such as team structure, we made no decisions on that without the team. That's why we had the meeting.
Totally team oriented.
Yeah, because I mean, if it's going to impact people,
you're going to game along these people and want to become friends with them. I mean, you just don't want somebody throwing somebody down your throat.
Exactly.
Or ripping somebody away from you.
Right, exactly. And that's the thing is if you create the environment where the team rules it, hopefully they'll come together and mesh in that community as to what we're talking about. And I want to say something real quick about my position being the team leader. Never ever should this ever have a dictatorship to it. Not the admin structure, not the team leader. So what I plan on doing is I got to make a post. Actually, I plan on doing it this weekend, so I'll just go ahead and spill it now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to institute a rule that whoever the team leader is, every February, okay, not this one obviously because we just implemented this, but in a year from now, there has to be an open election. Anybody that wants to try to become the team leader can do it. It has to be certified by the admin team, the votes and everything else. I mean, you're not going to join today and run for
and go
team
for
leader tomorrow. You need to
Right.
put some time in. There has to be common sense about it. But the point is, in a year from now, if somebody wants my job, throw your hat in the ring. And if the rest of the team thinks you're the right guy, bam, you're still there. I'll still be an admin. I'll be there to help you out any way I possibly can. But the point is, we're not going to let this be a dictatorship.
No. And that also being said, open elections, that doesn't mean we're looking for people that are looking for power either, because it's not the kind of power you think it is.
Yeah. I told my son, Roy, 261, he's the Orion, I told him the other day, I said, the bad part about my position is I can't look necessarily so much at an individual's needs as I do the entire team as a unit. Now, I can take time to get to know you one-on-one, try to help you out with anything I can, but my decisions have to be that team mentality because I'm charged with making sure that the community runs smoothly, members get along, and they get what they need from the admin group. That's it.
Yeah. That's great. So we got starting next February.
Next February there'll be an open election.
There'll be an open election. If there's any nominees,
anybody wants to throw their hat in the ring?
If they don't, this man will keep carrying on as every day.
I'm still going to run for the office, I guess, even if there's nobody opposing me. I'll pull a mayor of a small town. Yeah, hey, vote for me. I'm the only guy on the ticket.
We've talked a lot about these admins of the team and everything. So let's announce who those people are, so we actually know who we're gonna go seek out if we need help.
All right. Well, we got Twitch. I'm not gonna say people's real names unless I know they're cool with it. We got Crowd Control, which is Brian, Damo, Daddy Death. We got Python, which is Jeff, and then we got Double D, which is my wife Amber, which we know she's really busy right now with the animation.
Yes.
We've got a few admins that are kind of AFK, but I want to talk to that because they were so critical in the start of the team. Brian gave a lot of direction, Crowd Control. Jeff, he gave a lot of direction, plus the name.
He gave the name.
Yeah, and Amber back then was trying to work with Twitch to do graphics. And, things of that nature. Now we've added a couple more admins. We have 4-Leaf Ninja, and we have Lowe's. Lowe's actually helps me co-run CSGO right now, but he's in charge of trying to come up with team incentives, maybe some giveaways, stuff like that that we're going to do for the team.
I might be in on that, help him out.
4-Leaf Ninja is actually a good friend of mine in real life. But she's my personal assistant. If you notice her signature on the form, it says personal assistant to Twitch and Area51. So, executive assistant. Sorry, that's what it says.
Executive.
Yeah, so, we just have a lot of fun with it. And I don't think I missed anybody. If I did, I apologize. I'm just trying to run through my head.
Right.
I will say, one of the admins he deserves a lot of credit for the team and for the things he's done is Twitch. And Twitch, you have frustrated and pissed off many of us over time, changing the website, just jacking stuff around, and in the end, it worked out. So I do want to say thanks to Twitch. You hung in there even through criticisms, and now I think we got a pretty decent thing going on. So,
all right. Well, I think we need to find down to the bread and butter of it all. And now that we have this team, and we have a website, and we have servers, and TeamSpeak, and all these things, somebody's got to pay for it.
Oh, donations. Yeah, I touched on the forum. I don't expect people to donate. None of the admin team expects anybody to donate, but I will say if you want to make a donation, $1 to $2 a month coming from 30 people helps. I mean, if you can't do a 5-spot, everybody would.
This isn't a guilt trip. Yeah, just want to inform people that if you want to help financially, want to kick $5 in this month, $10 to help out, more than welcome.
I've had a time,
not necessary.
I've had a time in my life where I couldn't afford to make a paper plane out of $1. So I get it, and the thing about that is just, everything runs on donations. You got TeamSpeak server, $7 a month, roughly $8.
Yeah.
The website itself is $30 a month. Plus we have to purchase the domains at the end of the year, not a big deal. Admins kind of take care of that. And then we also have the Rust server, which is another $8 a month. And I don't think I'm leaving anything out, but either which way, the admin team itself has put in out of pocket to get the team started, probably anywhere between $400 to $600 that were not donations. And so if people could start kicking in, it'd be great. If not, don't worry about it. You're still a member. We love you.
Is there a PayPal donate button on the site?
Yeah, you can probably didn't see it because it's down at the bottom right.
There you go.
So
down at the bottom right.
Yeah, we don't make.
Feeling
we don't
a
put
little generous this month.
We don't put it right at the top. We don't.
Right.
We don't want our members to think that's what it's about. So,
well, I think you pretty much covered the last year. Maybe anything we're missing?
One thing I didn't get to touch on, I want to touch on. We were talking about recruiting junior members.
The junior wing.
Yeah, we decided to limit that wing. It's now open to family members of the gamers, so your kids, things like that. They need to be 11, 12, 13. You take responsibility for them. I mean, we have one junior member that is not related to anybody. I recruited him myself, and this was before we put in the guidelines that it had to be family. He's a great kid, and I've had to give him some guidance along the way. It's kind of touchy trying to manage the junior members. That's why we limited it. So,
yeah, it's tough to manage minors that aren't yours.
Yeah, and you want their parents to know
that they're in a good, wholesome environment.
We're not role models, but we're going to try to protect them.
Yeah,
as we can. So if parents see this,
it's understandable. Junior wing open to the kids of current members.
Yep.
Outside membership.
Exactly.
Because they're minors.
So you were asking, where do I see ourselves going?
So 1 year from now, when we hold an election, where do you hope AGA that, besides still existing?
I hope that between now we can add maybe 10, 20 members at the most. Not a large recruiting aspect for the next year. I want to be committed people that are good people that have known and have gamed with others. In a year, it's hard to predict what kind of games are going to come out because there have been release after release after release of failure. I'm going to say this. I know for a fact that we're going to stay in some type of shooter. It's who we are. It's our roots. And I look forward to the expansion of more games. Hopefully the Battlefield 1 server gets fixed where you can lease one and actually control it. And if that happens, there's not a lot of interest right now, but I think that would pique Battlefield 1 interest because it would be more team-oriented.
All right.
So as far as growth goes, if we need more admins, we'll add them. Anybody that thinks they can do a good job, raise your hand. And if you got a specific function you would like to assist with, we'll look at it.
Great.
All right.
I think that's all I can really think of for now.
All right. I don't really have anything else. I do want to say real quick, thank you, every team member. You guys are all outstanding and great. AGA 1 year. Very proud of the efforts. Very proud of the team.
Thanks for welcoming me to the team. And for those that know me from before, I'm back.
Have a good day.
See ya.